You're not going to do the introduction? Well, I thought we were switching places.
What? Hello, everybody. What day are we on? I don't remember. This is why you always do this.
This is day 93.
93 of 100
you always
blends and
give me
100
shit.
days.
So we're switching places. This is what's happening.
Alright, we're day 93 of 100 blends in 100 days. And today, we are giving Rattray's Howl of the Wind a try. Boom!
Tin description's right there.
Yeah? You sure? On the tin?
Well, they look the same, but if you read it from the front, there's none. Let's see.
Thank you. Is it Hall or Hail?
I think it's Hail.
Hail of the Wind is a Virginia-based mixture, fire-cured
Or
Kentucky.
Hal.
Is added to a base of a variety of Virginias and Perique. Completes this mixture. It is then pressed and finally rubbed by hand into a broken flake. Cutting mixture. Broken flake. That's some nifty art on there. I'm not really a fan. Pretty tin though.
If you guys have kept up with this in series, you'll notice that Katie, there's certain blends that detract from she doesn't enjoy, and ones that have a strong amount of dark fired Kentucky in them, she tends to not enjoy that, or if it's really strong burley taste, she doesn't enjoy that. And boy, if I can find a burley dark fired Kentucky blend, she might throw up on camera.
That's not a plan, is it? You have all these threats.
The wheel of pain is coming.
Winter is coming.
We'll be done with this before then.
Well, TV show reference. Oh, let's see. Let's stay ahead on the tin. Booklet inside the tin says a full-bodied Virginia tobacco with a slight sweetness and extremely pleasant smoking characteristics. The name comes from that of the armorer in the novel The Fair Maid of Perth, a man who had a most unusual share of strength. Interesting. The German description, I don't know German, so I won't read that. But the translation is, and a touch of spicy Perique. It's definitely got some spice. It's got, I allegedly have seasonal asthma. This makes me feel like the back of the throat seasonal asthma is kicking in, but it's not. That's why I don't care for it as much. It sets off something.
Yeah, I don't know about something inside the tin, because there's
no
nothing.
Booklet in yours.
I do want to remark on one thing though. So I typically give Sutliff blends immediately to a jar because their tins suck, and I've learned that the hard way. But this one actually has a metallic lining, an actual metallic lining on the inside. You see that?
It does.
It's a quality tin. Even though the outside, because I tried to peel this label to use it for the jar when I transferred it to the jar. The outside is the same packaging material as the Sutliff, but there's an actual liner inside. So points for that. I don't know what they're referencing about something in it, because there's nothing in it but tobacco. But it is, moisture-wise, it arrived slightly moister than I normally get out of other tinned blends. It arrives as moist as something that like I get from Cloud Bear or Jim at Emerson Southern, something more akin to being freshly created, right? Like it was a little more moist than that. It packs nicely. I like what the Kentucky, all the blends that add Kentucky. If you have something similar, and then there's one that this one has Kentucky and this one doesn't, like the Windjammer versus the Navigator. I like what the Kentucky does to a blend. And I also, what I've learned with the new Navigator versus the old Navigator, Darkfire Kentucky, although it softens, it doesn't lose that flavor trying the aged stuff. So, sorry guys, had an ad pop up because we're using the TV to light our faces.
Hi.
But yeah, I was talking about how I really like the Darkfire, what it's been doing to blends, and this is no exception. It softens the. I'm going to sound like I know what I'm talking about. I'm just going to talk from my perspective, so give this a grain of salt. The Darkfire Kentucky seems to soften how strong or punchy the Virginias can be to my palate. There's not a lot of the Virginia, like Virginia Flake, Virginia this, there's not a lot of those that are super Virginia strong that aren't blended that I have enjoyed. Like straight Virginias, there's not a lot of them I've enjoyed. And I think with every blend that has had strong Virginias, Virginia-based this, and that's really popular, when they add the Darkfire Kentucky, I seem to like that blend more. So I definitely know that I'm going to like this more than if I liked a all Virginia Rattrays.
I taste much more of a Perique and that Kentucky then, because I don't get a whole lot of the Virginia flavor. I just get the.
See, a lot of the Periques you seem to be sensitive to. But we'll see. We have a few more Virginia Perique blends to go on this list. So she's going to get another chance.
Yay!
But out of 10, I'd give this an 8. The price is justified. I paid a pretty penny for this at a brick and mortar. I was visiting, just trying to be a good customer, and I'm not going to go back to that brick and mortar. I was treated as an inconvenience while I was there, so I'm not going to say their name, not going to try and give them good or bad business, just not going to go back. My money doesn't need to go repeatedly to support a business that doesn't want me as a customer. But what would you give it out of 10? The blend, not the shop.
4. It's not painful to smoke, but I don't enjoy it.
Well, giving it a 4, it's definitely not a pleasure to smoke.
No, not so much. I didn't give it much of a chance.
What would you give it, like, okay, this was the only tobacco we had and you wanted to have a pipe with me. Would you smoke it?
No.
Well, that gives you an answer.
I don't think I would.
I'm getting the moisture out of the stem because I didn't let this dry very much before we did this. So.
Yeah, but I mean, I often go a few days if I'm busy and have too much going on, not having any, so it's not like it'd be the end of the world to, no, guess I won't have one.
Well, since there's one blend on the table that we're not reviewing, do you want to show them the blend that's in your travel bag, your go-to blend right now?
I think that's the, the Missouri Malta. I'm surprised I still have any of this left.
Yeah.
Getting low.
If you guys want a really dessert aromatic Virginia, it's a Missouri Meerschaum blend called Missouri Malta. I know that I think it was Wetzel was suggesting that Katie might like that. It's like, oh yeah,
so good.
She does, and we had picked it up at a brick and mortar up in the mountains, which we will visit again if we are in the area. That dude was fantastic.
That was on that trip.
Yep. He was the only brick and mortar that's had it. And I applaud him for carrying it. It's a good choice. He actually had a really good selection of tobaccos. But, yeah, that's about it. So you're giving it a 3.
Or a 4.
Or a 4. So that almost qualifies for the Wheel of Pain for you. Well,
maybe I'll give it a higher score then.
that is coming at the end of this, guys.
I'll give it a 5. Never mind.
The Wheel of
It's
Pain
alright.
is coming. There's some blends on there she hasn't tried for this 100 blends in 100 days, because I already know she's giving it a 2. I already know she's not going to try them till the Wheel of Pain.
Gee, thanks.
It's going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be like an hour-long video.
Oh, joy.
Yay!
Y'all can comment if you don't want to see that. It's fine. We don't have to show torture.
I think I'm going to put up a poll of like 6. No, I think they only let you put up 5. Maybe I'll do like what St. David's Pipes is doing. And I'll do like rounds of voting of what tobacco, and whichever one gets the lowest score like won't be on there. So I'll make sure that one's like Blood Red Moon. So there's hope for you,
no.
and then it just gets robbed.
I'll make sure I have a little bit of this left over for afterwards. I'll save that. With a little sticky note so I remember this is your dessert for the Wheel of Pain day.
What do you give that blend, since we're not going to do it on 100 days?
Oh gosh, probably a 10.
Yeah?
It's always delicious. It never disappoints.
It is heavily coated with propylene glycol. It is always moist.
Oh yeah. No, it's still just fine.
I think this Rattray is really good, but it is a Virginia Perique blend with Dark Fire Kentucky. Like there's not a whole lot of them in this category, so it doesn't have a whole lot that it has to compete with to be outstanding the way it is. I think it's fantastic. I'm going to bring it to Pipe Club and see how that goes.
Nice.
Yeah, I think
There'll be
that'll
a
be
few
good.
takers.
Oh, for sure. Larry, for sure. Larry's going to try it. But you guys have a great day. We're going to have a good day. And we'll talk to you tomorrow.